And a good morning to everyone live from Jessup, Pennsylvania in the good old USA. Larry Spegar for the Sports Express and so many other exciting cultural, traditional features throughout the years. And obviously the race of the Saints and St. Ubaldo, St. George and St. Anthony right here from Jessup. Folks, we are celebrating America's 250th birthday as of yesterday, July 4th, 2026. And today, celebrating right here in Jessup, July 5th, 2026, Jessup celebrates 150 years. So a big anniversary. So happy birthday to the United States and happy birthday to Jessup. 150 years. I can remember as a young boy growing up in nearby Blakely, Peckville, Pennsylvania. As a young boy in the, I believe in the early 70s, or perhaps even the late 60s, there was a centennial. It was a centennial year, and that was for Blakely, Peckville. And again, that was back in the late 60s, early 70s. So that was obviously a very exciting time as well for me, for Blakely and Peckville to celebrate 100 years. Now, I also remember being 14 years old. I believe just a few years later, Jessup celebrated in 1976 100 years, and it was a centennial year for Jessup. And at that time, and it sparked the love for the race of the Saints, La Festa dei Ceri, all about St. Ubaldo, St. George, and St. Anthony. And that sparked the great love because Jessup in 1976, for the 100th anniversary and centennial year, brought back the race of the Saints, which was dormant for a number of years. And for me, it has been a love affair with the race of the Saints. It has certainly been awesome throughout the late 70s. I ran the race beginning in 1980 and then all throughout the 80s. And then obviously was a pacer for the race back in 2000 to pace the race when it was proudly brought back, and then filming the race every year since 2001 all the way up to current time 2026. So filming 26 years as well. Early memories of Jessup, again, some of my favorite memories was always coming into town, walking along Church Street, which technically is the main street, and so many of the businesses that were there. It was just so exciting. And then naturally, when the race of the Saints and St. Ubaldo Day and St. George and St. Anthony took place, that even brought more of a love affair for the borough of Jessup. I can remember even as a young boy just walking up and down Church Street, going over into the stadium area. And naturally, that's where everything culminates. There's obviously a big celebration there today. It's July 5th. And for years now, with the Jessup 21st Century Association has sponsored a fireworks and a family day, and it's been going on for years now. So that's being celebrated today. Unfortunately, the weather, it's a little bit wet, but I'm sure that there will be a lot of excitement for that in Jessup here today. So again, as a young boy, it brought back great memories, but the one thing I did want to mention is certainly 1976 was a centennial year. It brought back the biggest day of the year, really, in Jessup. Annually, every year, the Saturday in the Memorial Day weekend is reserved for La Festa dei Ceri, otherwise known in English as the Race of the Saints. It's a tradition that dates back to the 11th century with the Race of the Saints and Bishop Ubaldo Baldacini, the beloved patron saint and former Bishop of Gubbio. Just such a wonderful, fantastic tradition. I've been fortunate enough the past 4 years now, from 2023, including this past year, 2026, to be able to go and enjoy and witness the magnificent festival of La Festa dei Ceri, the Race of the Saints that takes part in Gubbio, Italy. Again, it dates back to the 1100s, shortly following the life of Ubaldo Baldacini, the patron saint and the former Bishop of Gubbio. So everyone, I want to wish everyone a fantastic day, a great year, and many more years. Hopefully we'll be around to celebrate maybe we can make a run at celebrating Jessup's 200th anniversary in the year 2076. So we're gonna, hopefully stay in shape, do a lot more walking, say hello to my big buddies, my sister Dolores, my older brothers Michael and Patrick, and certainly my big beloved Newfoundland Bruno, who certainly keeps me in shape by walking. I'd also like to give a big shout out and a special thank you and a remembrance to my parents, who instilled in me the great love for tradition. And I can still remember celebrating the centennial of Blakely back in the late 60s and early 70s with my family. That's the late Michael Spegar from Blakely, and my mother, the late Corinne Costanzo Spegar, who grew up in the Mount Cobb area. So I want to give a shout out, obviously, to my beloved late parents as well. So for all of you, happy birthday to Jessup, 150 years, and happy birthday America, 250 years, right here in July 2026. Good day, everyone. I'm Larry Spegar. We'll see you again for another exciting presentation.